Hello guys, welcome to my video. I am Michael, a junior software developer. I designed and developed the GLH prototype. Now, GLH, also known as Global Local Hub, offers a platform for local food producers to sell and market their products to customers. GLH is requiring a digital system that allows customers to browse through products and producers, place an order and manage their orders. Also allow producers to access the dashboard, manage and add products onto the dashboard. This video is directed to my technical audience, such as the programmers, teachers, and programming students. In this video, I am going to show you and give you depth insight in the development of the GLH system, such as the backend design and database design. First of all, we're going to kick off with the file structure. At the start of the final prototype, I created a folder called prototype 3. In the folder, I created a public directory, this directory right here. In this directory, all my front-end files were stored here. My front-end consisting of the HTML structure and embedded JavaScript. I also had my images folder created here. My images folder consisted of all assets used during the development of the system. Also had my upload folder, which consisted of all images uploaded onto the system during the development of the system. Outside my public folder, I have my file server.js, which consists of my database design and my backend design. At the start of my file, I had all modules required at the top to follow simple coding convention. All modules were required and stored in a consistent variable to avoid the values from changing during the course of development. I handled my middleware by configuring the middleware were configured using body parser to ensure that all data being transmitted from the backend to the frontend were in JSON format. So basically what I mean is all data that was transmitted from the backend to the frontend were all transmitted in a JSON format. This was done because JSON is a lightweight and also human readable. I use session instead of JWT because session is more simple than JWT. I made use of secret as well to secure my session and avoid my session getting attacked or getting breached by a cyber attacker. Also made use of cookies, storing my cookies up for just one day, 24 hours right here. Database was created using SQLite 3. Right now you might ask, why do I use SQLite 3? I could have used MySQL, I could have used Google SQL. I chose SQLite 3 due to the limited resources that was available and due to the fact my system was being run on a local server. SQLite 3 gave me what I needed because it's stored locally and it's also lightweight. I'll just have to rewind back to my file structure. If there's any feedback or any comment you would like to give me on how I structurized or how I organized my file, just give me a comment on the comment section. Same with the database. If there's a better option I should have used instead of SQLite 3, just give me a comment in the comment section and I will look at it and improve the system. Thank you. Tables were created in a serialized format to allow an asynchronous process that is allowed two or multiple tables to be created at the same time. I implemented an error callback function to help with debugging. I made use of parameterized SQL to avoid SQL injection. Parameterized SQL to avoid SQL injection. So right here, I'll give you an example. These question marks were all parameterized to avoid SQLite injection from a cyber attacker. This ensures the system is secured and safe. The next we have is the authentication system. For the authentication system, I made use of two routes to ensure the authentication system was implemented securely. The first route was the register route. In this route, this is where the user creates an account. The register route retrieves data from the front end, verifies data to ensure there is no empty fields, then go on to validate data. So right here it ensures there is no empty fields here. Then it goes on to validate. It also verifies the password to ensure the password meets the password strength requirement. This ensures the password is strong enough to avoid any data breach. Data breach. As well, roles were assigned at the point of account creation to know what user is creating an account. It can be a producer. You can create an account as a producer. You can also create an account as a customer. I'll show you on in the front end very soon. Data was also validated to ensure that the email does not exist. If the email existed, it sends an error message to the front end, setting the status code to 400. The status code helps the system know when an error occurred. Before inserting the password to the database, the password was hashed using bytecrypts, setting the sort rounds to 10 to ensure efficiency. At the end of the account creation, a session was created, assigning user ID to the section just right here. Also assigned name as well and other information that will be needed for future purposes. The other routes used was login routes. Just basically similar to the register, but this route allows the user to log in into an existing account. So now an attempt of trials was set to 3. So a user only has 3 attempts or 3 trials to enter the right or correct credentials. Failure to do so, the system restricts access. Doing this prevents multiple data entering, like it stops the user from entering the data multiple times, and also helps secure the system, preventing cyber attackers from breaching or attacking the system. When this is done, the system, the root here validates the data to ensure that the data matches with the data that was stored in the backend. Also, we made use of bytecrypt to compare the hash password and the new password. If if everything went successfully, a session is created assigning the user ID to the session. The next model I would like to talk about is role-based access. 3 helper functions were implemented as a middleware to allow only specific authorized user to access a specific data. So these functions were the isCustomer function. This function only allows customers to access any specific customer data. The next function that was also implemented was the require login function. This function allows only users that are logged in to access any data. The next function that was implemented was the isProducer function. This function allows only producers to access any data. So this was done to avoid or prevent conflicts of data access. For example, now I don't want to access a data. I don't want to use a customer to access a producer data. If there is any method of handling this role-based access, leave me a comment in the comment section. Just just to go back to the login route and display what I was talking about the 3 attempt trials. I'll show you what I mean right now. So right here now, let's say I put in a wrong password. The backend sends to the front end raw credentials. You have 2 attempts left. I put in the wrong password, 1 attempt left. See now I'm restricted to access any data here. So uh, this prevents an attacker from breaching through the system. Although you might seem, oh, it's poor user experience, but then we redirect the user to contact the support system to help manage the account. For me, this was a better way to prevent or to solve this issue. But if you have any better way, or if you seem to have a better way to solve this issue, as well, again, as I said, leave me a comment in the comment section and I'll look into it. Thank you. Now, looking at the core functional requirements, I created a lot of routes to handle all functional requirements. such as the get method to get all products to display to the users. Also how the search routes. I use the post method to get the query, compare the query to the product names in the database, and get only similar product names that is matching the query and send to the user as well. Also use the get producers routes to get all producers and their method to display to the users. Also made use of the get order to get all order, verify the order, validate the order, and insert the order into the order table. So this allows users to actually place an order. This is the backend that handles it. I'll have a look at it. I also had calculation order. So this route right here calculates the price at the backend. I choose not to calculate the price at the front end because it can easily be manipulated and that can cause lack of integrity of data. So rather, all prices were calculated and handled in the backend before sending to the front end the final estimated price. So this was the point I sent to the front end, the final price. Yeah, new price. So this was the final price I sent to the front end. Also get 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 orders. I use the get method to get orders for customers and producers. So this allow customers to view all orders they've placed and allow producers to view all orders placed on their products. Also delete order. This allows customers as well to manage their order, to delete the order if they want to. And for the producer dashboard, this I created a post method route named add products using this is producer middleware image upload because the producer has to like add and upload images of the product to the system. So that is where the upload folder comes in place because this upload folder stores all images using the muta model. I'll show you the muta model now. So this is the muta model. I require the model at the top of this system. So at the end of the system, I um I run the server. So to run the server, you come to terminal, new terminal. Due to the fact is run locally, so you just need to put in node server.js. Click enter, click on the link, and yeah, you're on the website. On the website displays everything you need. This says as well. Yeah, it says an error if you press enter. Because I also made an enter as a key to enter like product as well. So yeah, this is the end of the video. Every technical aspect, the database design, backend design was displayed and shown to you. I would really appreciate if you leave me feedback in the comment section for improvement. Thank you and have a nice day.